Super Bowl week. Super Bowl week, baby. Our Super Bowl, not the one that doesn't matter. It's for all the marbles this week. Pray you do not have a pet squirrel, because if you do, man, say goodbye, because it's going down this week. SPY is back and forth at 571. We have the VIX is 2266 and elevated. And the setup is exactly the same the past couple of weeks as today. Elevated VIX, elevated IV. The market's pricing in a volatile event on Thursday, which is FOMC. But this week is for all the marbles. The daily chart shows an engulfing red candle with increasing volume. We have elevated volatility. We have broken through the major ascending wedge that's been created since July. And a lot of shaking and baking. A lot of shaking and baking. We have the event tomorrow. We have FOMC on Thursday. That's pretty much it. We do have a 30-year bond auction as well this week, but that is pretty much it. Market's about to open here. Actually, just now opened. And we'll go from there. Today, we don't have any news catalyst. If you look on the daily so far, we are inside of Friday's range. So it's an inside setup so far. I'm just refreshing my spot gamma here. 5,800 is the call wall here. 5,700 is the main lower support wall on SPX. If you want to have a downside thesis, SPX has to be able to get under 5,700 and close under 5,700 to clear out that demand, and then down we will go. If we reclaim 5,800, I would go take every dime you've got, go look in the cushions, pile in a little corner. I would then go take your wife's money or your husband's money, go take it out of their purse or their wallet, or I guess if he's got his purse too, put it in a pile. Go get your grandma's money, go get your kids' money, and then start buying calls. Because if we take out 5,800, we're pulling back on the stick, applying full afterburner. We're cleared for an unrestricted climb to flight level 300. And we're going, baby. It's going to be off to the races. If we take out 5,700, really that's going to be a reaction on how the VIX operates. In my opinion, within 5 to 10 sessions, not days but sessions, the VIX will either be under 15 or over 30. Maybe both. But in my opinion, that's what's going to happen. They're going to unpin volatility here, and if we have an unexpected outcome, whether it be the event tomorrow, can't call it an election, or FOMC on Thursday, that it's going to spike the VIX over 30, and those hedges that have been placed and kept on the books for 6 weeks now will come to fruition, and they'll need that downside, and down we will go. If the unknown becomes known and it's just another humdrum election, and we have the events known on tomorrow night or Wednesday morning when we wake up, then most likely they will roll the VIX, kill the hedges, and the S&P will retake 5,800, then 5,850, and so on and so forth. That's my opinion. Let's see here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So the theory is that in the event that things do get downsidey, they're going to be piling into positions to take advantage of the move, and it's going to cause, because we're kind of tiptoeing on the negative gamma area here. Yes, we are in technical negative gamma territory. Yes, we are in technical backwardation, but we're just at the tip of the iceberg for that. So if we plunge lower here, especially on a volatile event, an unknown outcome, it's going to get spicy very quickly, especially the fact that we've been constrained for 6-7 weeks now. VIX has been elevated above 18 for 6 or 7 weeks now. So it could cause a big waterfall event in the event that things become downside. That's the downside thesis. So the downside thesis will be very robust in the event that things get sell-offy. So be prepared to put on positions quickly if that were to occur. 18,000, I believe, on month sales revenue. Nice, very cool. What kind of stuff do you sell, McGurky? Very nice. A little bit of downside here, ES. Overall, the overnight session, we've been back and forth between 45 and 76, so about a 30-point range after the overnight pop hard and then kind of top back over. About half and half of the X's. Keep a close look on oil, XLE, XLK the next couple of days, XLF. Those are the four main names. Although XLE and CL are kind of tied together. But still, those will be important to watch. If you've never traded through an election, this one will be definitely one for the books. What's up, JC Rom? How you doing? Devious D, what's up? Good morning. My goal this week is to get through this week from a civil standpoint, because I know tomorrow and Wednesday emotions are going to be high and people are going to be heated and all that kind of crap, but we're going to try our best to keep it tailored towards trading and trading-related outcome. If you have to talk about the election, try to keep it in terms of trading. That's our goal, at least. However, you can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, so I'm sure some people will get offended. Myself included. Just kidding. There are technicals out the window the rest of the week. Yeah, so expect Whipsaw. Expect Whipsaw. Even if the VIX does go up to 30, at likely what will happen is that they'll have an initial dump on the VIX to roll off the hedges and then reposition, and then boom, it'll rocket. If I had to guess, that's even if the VIX does go up, it's still going to go down first, and it's going to cause a little bit of a pop and drop if that were to occur. So be aware of that. I don't even have my Top Step open right now. I have to go open it up. I tried to open my IBKR this morning, the software, and it won't open. So I might have to reinstall that. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. Carvana put it's crazy. You might be the only person in the world to make money off of it. There you go. Coming on down. NASDAQ is dropping as well so far. We're about 110 points down on NASDAQ. Coming down. We've already popped low of the day. Now we're coming into Thursday's levels. We've been down from about 210 points from the midnight high. Still going, 026. A lot of vintage clothes from the 90s and 80s along with some Y2K clothing. There's no particular theme, but old sports team apparel go from along popular brands. Very cool. I know in our generation, I don't know how old you are, but vintage and nostalgia stuff, which it's hard to call 90s stuff vintage, but it is, has a huge thing. Nice, Liquid Lubu. Beautiful. What'd you take? Puts? Poots? Good morning, Dominic. How you doing? Every time I hear the name Dominic, I think about that Italian song, the Dominic the Italian Christmas Donkey. My dad used to play that when I was a kid. Anyway, hero indicator right now showing. Come on now. Put buying, call, not a lot of movement. Finally getting some movement out of the markets. Thought they were broken after last week. Oh yeah. How do you see the election outcome affect the markets and which party wins the election? Long term or short term? Short term, I think it'll be volatile either way. Long term, in my opinion, we'll see a sell-off of equities or somewhat, not necessarily a sell-off, but either a consolidation or a drop in equities if the blue party gets elected, and probably a pretty hard rally in the Dow if Trump gets elected, in my opinion. Basically, that's what happened last time. Upside resistance today is 57.50. Downside support is 56.80 in the event that things go down. That's a pretty far way down, though. Nice, Parker. Well done, buddy. Locked it out, baby. All done. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Let's see, NVIDIA. The mega caps right now, top 10, is all red except for NVIDIA. Tesla's down 3.9. They're now testing this range here. So NASDAQ is now bouncing off of last week's lows, which is October 31st. Perfectly right off of it. Beautiful level. Beautiful level. XLF is red and falling. Big time. This will be a learning experience for all of us, man. This will be something you want to take notes on the upcoming days. Having this kind of FOMC, which, by the way, the market is pricing in, the Fed funds rate, more importantly, is pricing in a 25 hike, or a 25 cut on Thursday. Not a 50, a 25. With another 25 cut in December. So as of now, that's what the market is talking about. That's what the market's pricing in. Headbangers broke cruise over Halloween. Lemon God. Nice. Nice, JC Rom. I started putting in our new garden at the new house site for the springtime. Not started to, but I'm continuing to do it. There goes the green, bottom wick up high, and going for the 105 retest. We'll call it conservatively 90 to 105. Beautiful, beautiful bottom wick, and move up on last week's lows. Those macro levels, man. That's not even a macro level. That's a major level in the markets, which are fantastic. Easy money. That's the low-hanging fruit. Not to sound too corporate, but that's a low-hanging fruit right there. People love nostalgic clothing. eBay store, there's a little bit of everything. Clothing, sports cards. Whatever I can find at a thrift store in good condition. Brand new player, DVD player, connect for Wi-Fi. Nice. Heck yeah, man. Awesome stuff. That's good old fancy, good old-fashioned elbow grease, man. Entrepreneurship. Love it. All right, retest off the 100 level right there. Same exact setup since 4 days of last week. Same exact setup. The sell-off at the open, retest of the prior support, now resistance, top wick back over. In all honesty, this is so unprecedented. Like, either way all this goes is going to be spicy. How do you trade a Trump when he's dismantling the bureaucracy? How do you trade a Dem when national debt continues? Yeah. Yeah. Their stores are getting uppity in my area, except the church one. Donate here. Yeah, even Goodwill, man. Even Goodwill, you can't get a lot of good deals anymore. It's either garbage or it's, like, retail priced. You used to go to Goodwill to get some pretty cool stuff, but not anymore. Resellers from eBay hit it hard. Yep. Here comes the green. We're at 100. We take 100. We're going back to 140. 140. Anyone going to be out voting tomorrow? Schools are closed, so we maybe have a truncated stream tomorrow. We'll be doing a lot of streaming Wednesday and, of course, Thursday. Thursday will pretty much be here online all day long. Thursday will be a long day for us. What do I think of NVIDIA being added to the Dow? I think everything's going to be added. Everything's going to add NVIDIA. And it's hard. It's going to be hard to find an index without NVIDIA being in it. Why is schools closed for voting? Allow parents to go vote. $108 and climbing. Large bounce off of that multi-week low. Fantastic low. Low-hanging fruit, baby. Election day should be a national holiday. It should. Yep. Yeah, I voted early as well. 114 off of 119 there. Beautiful. Retook the 100 area, so now we should probably get the 140 area pretty easily on NASDAQ. ES is coming up. They retake the 60 area. We'll probably get the 70. Let's go take a look at the hero, which we just printed the first 15-minute candle. We have call buying, put selling right now. Strong put selling and strong or decently strong call buying. Payday is tomorrow for me. Why is that? Oh, you voted? You bet on it? In Germany, the election's on Saturday. Liquidity on bookmaps are quite light for NASDAQ. ES and NASDAQ are still going after the multi-week bounce. ES is climbing up here. Very, very light liquidity. Almost completely void of any liquidity. Up into 57.80. Nice little hammer candle on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. Huge hammer candle with volume. Just my normal payday. Nice. Personally, I'm ready for Wednesday morning. Let's get it over with. You and me both, man. Even though I don't think we're still going to face all this political crap for weeks, or if not months, if not years. It's too emotional. Use pallets, old wood porch, and old scrap metal from my neighbor's old shed to make the roof. He helped me get in the middle. Awesome guy. Very cool. That's awesome, man. Nice, Kennedy. I love building stuff like that. Very cool. I need to come hang out with you one day. I like being on homesteads like that. I think we have 10 a.m. news. Yeah, today's pretty light in the pants for news. We have factory orders at 10 o'clock, but 3-year bond auction later at 1 p.m. That's it. Very weak. Met my daily goal. Nice. Yeah, but like facing what's coming. Wednesday morning, let's see what happens in store. Definitely. What's up, Maddie? Hope all is well as well. Thank you very much. How's the finger? It's well. I have to take the stitches out in, 3 days now? So it hurts, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll pop one stitch open this weekend working on stuff, but couldn't tell how bad it was from the pics. Glad to hear. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was very deep, but there's nothing they could do about it except sew up the skin flap. That was fine. That boy, I've never had stitches that haven't messed up. Wife can't stand it. Always cut it up. Oh yeah, man. I got too much work to do to be sidelined by a finger. I mean, God bless you with an eye extra. 9 spares, so I'm good to go. VIX down to 2237, little pump and dump. TLT is elevated again. What are the yields doing today? I'm very, very curious what the yields are going to do. So, if you are, not necessarily for price action standpoint, but if you're kind of a student of the markets and want to learn, watch that watch list right there the next 3 days. In fact, if you don't already have it, if you're new to the channel in the server, you should already have this. Where can I get this? Copy. Where's my copy link? There it is. Here's my watch list. So that's my entire watch list that I've built that allows me to monitor everything I need for the S&P. Would you say the spot gamma has a put wall at? 56.85 for today. The 0D to E put wall. Can I pin it? Yeah, I can pin it. Pin message. Apparently I have too many pins, so I have to sacrifice somebody. Remove it. There you go. And pin. Done. You're welcome. All right, ES is still failing. NASDAQ is still top wicking off the 20-100 retest. If you don't know what I mean, I'll let you ask me and I'll let you know. But it's the support resistance flip from overnight. It's merely a flesh wound. Duct tape and super glue and good to go. Oh yeah. When I was 12, I sliced my thumb off with a samurai sword too. At that time, I didn't get stitches. I just wrapped it in tape. That was great. Still have a scar for that too. How many fingers do I left? I have all 10. Just for now. My parents are both RNs. One in ICU, the other ER in surgery. They're just super glue busted by bad ones. Nice. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. All right. Minor data in 8 minutes. After that, we will see. Can't check IV at the moment because I can't get my IBKR Trader software to open. I'm going to have to reinstall it, it looks like. Wow. Do you see that wrecked, that Elon Musk just retweeted, the destroyed Cybertruck that everybody survived? Looks like a piled, mangled, like a metal of mangled metal, and everyone still survived. That's crazy. Made the start today. Got short and reversed back up. Nice. I've only taken a long, but that's it. We're going to hit the gas pedal on a little bit of analysis participation at the end of the week. Kind of dust off the old trading button. Get things going. I'm a new member wondering where to start. What's up? Yeah, so get in the server. Of course, I'm answering most questions in the Discord server. So the streaming channel in the Discord is where to go. Ask me questions, shoot me DMs, talk to other members. Of course, we have all of the YouTube channel you can reference. If you're a Tier 2 member, you can do the Zoom calls, the tier 2 Zoom calls that are, you can go back and watch those that go back about 2 years. That's more of a specific, finer tuned version of YouTube with specific one-on-one questions. I'm new here. Can you explain the 15-minute algo you keep mentioning? Yep. So algorithms work on all time frames. There's 5 minute, there's 1 minute, 5 minute, all the way up for everything. So I usually track the 15-minute algos at the best. The 5-minute algos I still watch. The 15-minute are your best bang for your buck, especially if you get one that lines up on the top of the hour, where the 5, 15, 30, 60, all that stuff line up. So algorithms are created or ran on two different parameters, either by price targets or time. So if you watch, that's why if you've got a red candle on the 5-minute, and then the second that candle closes and the new one creates, it flips green. So if you ever wonder why that happens, why the exact instant the very next candle initiates, it goes green or opposite price action, it's because the algorithms are now completed and it's told to do something different collectively. Obviously, that's a very, high level view of things, whatever. And then of course the 15-minute, when that lines up with the 5, it gets a little bit more robust and a little bit larger, especially if it's in the morning too. So that's the stuff where you want to watch. That's why if I'm taking a scalp, I do not want to take a trade right before the candle closes on the 5. So I'll just give a quick look to the chart, to the time, and if it's like right now, for example, the candle just started. So now that the new algorithm shifted on the green side in the next hour. So watch what happens at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock Eastern when things roll, and you'll see how the algorithm shifts, because usually it's counter movement. You want to be very careful with that. You could also use it to your advantage too. Hospital stuff a little more sterile when I had a problem. Bit by a dog. Jeez, man. I'm tier 2. How do you get the Zoom? You have to go to the website, zoom in, or not zoom in, log in with your credentials, and head over to the Options University. Thanks, Mercs. What do you use to looking at the SPX expected move? I use the IV, which Spot Gamma go ahead and they post the levels for us. So that's one of the things I use Spot Gamma for, is they go ahead and post the IV, the calculation, and the levels that extrapolate from the expected move. So that's what I use that for, and they plot them. And it's off of 0DTE options data. They also post a weekly expected move as well. You're welcome. It's SF5740 area again, yeah. When you say go to the website, are you speaking of Discord? No, the Options Millionaire website. So theoptionsmillionaire.com. You have to be careful, because there is an optionsmillionaire.com out there. That's not me. Theoptionsmillionaire.com. There you go. I'll look stock up in case a squirrel bites, and call it nobody, just walk it off. That's right. what we got. Man, dojied out here. We're still holding the 100 area. Very weak stuff. This is a view a few days ago from Cocoa Beach and Nukes Up going to Cape Canaveral. Very nice. Do I think Tesla will go for the gap fill to the downside? Let's go take a look. I know they had some shaking and bacon from the earnings, which they've pretty much already sold all the way off. They hit resistance, came back down. They've got a large unfilled gap to 214. And the fact that they're selling this off again with volume, 214 could very well be a target here. Every single time that Tesla has tried to spike, they've had a high volume top wick. So they're having some issues getting above their prior resistance. But they're still putting on some pretty colossal levels. Like Tesla stock is still very volatile. It's very difficult to pin any kind of 3 to 4 week move because every time there's a setup, it just goes the other way in a very large manner. It's difficult. So I would say today just took out the prior open at 243. If they can hold under 243, I'd say gap fill is likely. But they've already had a high volume dump off of 270. So 270 will get you probably back into 300s. Yeah, we just had the 10 o'clock candle. Another top wick right here. You're very welcome. So we went to Mrs. OM's 20-year reunion this weekend, and while she was out, obviously I didn't know anybody. It was her high school, and while we were out, while she was out talking and chit chatting, I became friends with this dude. Started talking to him, and he was a husband of a woman who was there, so he was in the same boat I was. So I was like, hey, we got to talking about guns. He's like, hey, I've got my thermal scope in the car. You want to go see it? I was like, heck yeah, bro. So we're out in the parking lot, glassing his thermal scope in the parking lot while they're all inside having fun. I'm completely sold on a thermal scope. I use thermal anyway for work, white hot, all that kind of stuff. But man, I'm all about it now. I gotta get me one of these. It's the last place I expected to glass a thermal scope, but hey. Can't do that in California. Oh yeah, definitely. 5761. I have one before I go hunting pigs in Texas on my buddy's ranch. Dude, have you listened to that story that's going around, right? That viral story of a dude that was hunting pigs in Texas with a thermal? Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I bet you it'll be one of the top videos. Oh, here it is. Yeah, refresh. It's already there. Yeah. Listen to that story of a dude hunting pigs in Texas. Thermal scopes in California definitely not identified as thermal scopes. That's why they stand on their peripheral radar. Oh, nice. Ton of fun. Already making stuff out of scraps. You and the jabronis are welcome anytime. Personal shooting range is open for all. And we don't chop off fingers here. I love it. Yeah, I'd love to come see it, man. Hit my goal. Nice NTG. Well done, buddy. So the only obvious trade today was the long off multi-week low. Until then, after that, we're just back and forth in the 100 area. They are stacking a little bit more liquidity at 57.35. I could see that coming off here. Creeping up to 140. They have strict rules on ranches for hog hunting because with the cleaning process fees, it becomes incredibly expensive fast when you wipe out a herd. I bet. Yeah, I've never been pig hunting. I'd like to go. $137. We have a little top out price action here. A decent volume 5-minute top wick NASDAQ, which could be a potential short indicator, plus coming on down into 57.34. So could we retest 100? ES could get down, retest the 54 area. Hero indicator right now shows not much activity. Very weak sauce. Come to Texas and do the dog tracking cornering version. You kill them with a knife after the dogs corner them. It's a rush. Heck yeah, man. I'll be like freaking Arnold out there and Predator. $57.62. $57.63. Got my nice copper trade in the morning off to the beach. Nice, Michael. Very nice. Slow grind. Let's go take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ's putting a little down to 20 thou as well. Nvidia is going up. Let's go take a look at Nvidia's flow too. Come on. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. Top wick again. Little ascending wedge style of price action. We have current GEX is about 58.25, which is a little bit lower. We do have some top wiki stuff, but just slow. That is messed up. Looking it up at me, it would get such high scalar. Yeah, I would blast that thing into oblivion. Of course, then again, it would probably just come and eat you. But I would never go into the woods ever again if I saw that. Another top wick on NASDAQ. And I think I may tickle into a short here. Yep, I'm in a short. I'm a little proactive on this, but my gut says that we're going to retest 100 at least. We'll see. I'll throw down some dice on this. Skinwalkers? Man, I don't want no skinwalkers. All right, what else we got? Let's go take a look at Nvidia. I don't want no scrubs. All right. Nvidia has got minor put buying. Meta is aggressive put buying. SMCI is call buying. The overall market is pretty neutral, though. We have some call buying, we have some put buying, we have positive, negative flow, etc. We have GEX is about 58.20 or 5,700 to 5,725. We have a couple of top wicks here with an ascending wedge style price action on the 5 and 15. I've currently entered into a short. This is my second play of the day after a long off the weekly low. Because I don't want no scrubs. That's right. Why'd you stop singing? There you go. I'm not afraid of things that are alive. I don't mess with spiritual stuff. Yeah, but here's the thing. If that story is true, and that dude actually did see that, then there's some crazy stuff out in them woods. What if that's true? Am I shaking right now? I'm literally shaking RN. What's up, Invest in Muscle? How you doing? I'm feeling pretty good today. How you doing? I'm a little scared. Not gonna lie. Tomorrow's a pretty heavy day. Spicy meatball. Come on, baby, give me something. Let me go 2 for 2 today. Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks, bro. How you feeling? Hero indicator 1.1. We have a slight amount of put buying, ever so slightly, not much at all. Yeah. There we go. If I could lock in 20 points of profit, I'll start moving my stops around here. But it's got to get down. We have now 3 top wicks in the 5. We have 1 top wick on the 15. But we're just not going anywhere. You mean Sam Squatch. That's right. Nvidia's flat, 137. We keep trying to make a move lower off the top wicks, but it's pinned. There's a nice little 20-point bottom wick on NASDAQ. Pinned. Start my new job tomorrow. They need me to come in at 9:30 for onboarding paperwork. Might have to quit. Hey, did you tell them what's happening this week? Did they know what happens on Thursday? You got to clear your schedules, homie. I know some of y'all are taking PTO for Thursday. Well, this is pretty boring price action. I'm going to ask for advancement on PTO. Nice. They know I'm in, so they're just going to pin it right at my entry point. I'm the opposite. I got laid off on Friday. I was going to do this full time for a bit. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dover. What industry are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Robotics. Did not expect that answer, but very cool. Work for Walmart. Guys building robots for Walmart. Very cool, man. Man, the people that you meet doing this stuff, it's awesome. Very cool stuff. I need a ladder. I need a 25-foot ladder. All these dudes are posting pictures of Lambos on and stuff on their channel. I just need a ladder and a skid steer. That's exactly what I would buy. The best skid steer. Let's see here. What do you think the likelihood we go refill the gap on ES down to 5640? I think it's pretty likely. Here's another top wick on NASDAQ. We've bottom wicked here a couple of times here too, though. But I got to get through 120 if I want this trade to be a good trade. So if I could get 20 points out of this, at least locked in. We're starting to come up on that there. I just hit 20 points. Now it's bottom looking again. So 20 points is not why I entered this trade. I'd love to get 20,080 out of this trade. 20 points would be nice, yeah, but that's not what I entered this trade. So we'll see what we could do. Very tight price action. I don't want no scrubs. Scrubs are the gun and I get no love from me. Stop releasing that all day. Always my weakness has been tractors. I love tractors, man. Did I tell you about all the locals who live out here told us the thing my wife saw the other night when she was walking back from her neighbor's farm was a sheep squatch? You should look it up. There's a lot of crazy stuff in Appalachia, man. I have a 28-footer if you come to Jersey. If I was up there, I'd come get you. Gonna be a huge move. Pepsi laid off 500 people, no notice. It's happening, man. So my kids love Buffalo Wild Wings. I hate Buffalo Wild Wings, and I have a point to the story. But I relented, and I agreed to go get Buffalo Wild Wings last night for dinner. So, but I said, hey, we have to eat in. We have to get it to go because it's Sunday night football, and Buffalo Wild Wings is going to be packed. So we order it. I go there to pick it up, and it's 5:30 p.m. on Sunday night. There's not a single person in the place. It's a ghost town. Never seen it before. So I was like, oh, I was wrong. So it made me think, maybe the economy is as bad as we think. Beato's Mega Habanero is one of the goat hot sauces. Nice. And my kids love the wild hot sauce. Man, we are pinned flat, aren't we? 140. I thought we were going to make it down to 100 there, but they bottom wicked it again. I could see the longer short term, but could you explain why you're willing to enter here with such a huge bottom wick on the hanging out below? The 5 and 15 right now have a decent top wick, 2 top wicks on the 15 minute. So, my opinion, we were looking to transition off of 150 and just retest 100. I was looking for about a 30 to 40 point play, which here's another top wick again, coming on down. So we were just having a problem getting through the 140, 150 area. Another sweeping top wick off of it. I entered off the sweeping top wick to see if we can get a follow through down. But with all these bottom wicks after that, every single top wick now has been bought up. This one looks like it's going to break out and probably get me out of the trade. But we'll see. So, if you aren't doing well in this economy, it's probably your fault. I don't really know what people expect the government to do. There's a whole bunch of people not doing well in this economy. Most people. So it's very, very expensive to live out there these days. Not to mention people are getting laid off left and right. Car dealerships are getting killed. Real estate agents are getting killed. Food industry is getting killed, but that's because quality has gone down, prices have gone up. There's an interview with Jeff Bezos where he makes a good point. Is that where you have cases in which data is telling one story and the anecdotes are telling a different story, you should doubt the data. 100%. Yeah. I do delivery, and I can say that I run 6 to 7 apps at once to try to maintain earnings where 3 to 4 months ago I only ran 2 to 3. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. 163 right here. And we just took out that prior high pivot, which is probably going to get me out of my trade. I know you said you don't like Buffalo Wild Wings, but that came out of a limited range Cajun sauce. Interesting. Yeah, I saw that on there. That's what I had. I got the jalapeno. Jalapeno is fantastic. I enjoyed it, I had to say. Jalapeno chips, yeah. I love jalapeno is one of my favorite peppers because it tastes kind of like the taste of it. Side gig stuff is saturated now. People quitting a job just to do it. Yeah. $164. Oh man, what is this? 160, back and forth. Scared me out of my long, but Rhythmic was lagging. I had to restart it. Hit my target 3 times, didn't fill. That ain't no good. Pronounce it like that one more time. And that got me out of my short there. Outskies. All right, so a couple of major top wicks and then shift higher. So that's the top wick, higher price action. Just a grindy up session here. So 1 for 2. Jalapeno. I'm surprised you held that long. That was why? That's a typical hold. Once it closed over that 5-minute candle closed right there at the 1020 over that prior high, that's cleared out supply. So got to get out. What's next? What's next? Oh my gosh. People quit jobs back when COVID just hit and haven't stopped. I've been doing it full time 9 years now. Started full time Uber Lyft. When COVID hit, I switched delivering food to people to food. Nice. Yeah, that was a big thing too. COVID changed how people view the workplace. Like it gave them a glimpse of what life is like, not working a grind job and being at home with their family. And they was like, all right, I'm just not going to go back to work. It changed the way people. It changed people's values. Mrs. OM included. Up until COVID, Mrs. OM was very much on the CEO path. She directed multiple different ERs. She was a regional director of a hospital, making the big bucks. Running and gunning, master's degree, on the path to be farmed to be CEO. And then COVID hit. She was working 20-hour days, and after that, she was like, "Screw this, I'm done. Like I want to grow tomatoes in a garden and be home with my kids." Like completely 180 from who she was. Never thought I would see this side of Mrs. OM. It's pretty interesting. Unplug for the Matrix, yeah. Yeah. The J is silent, where does the H come from? If the J is silent, where does the H come from? Yeah. You probably like that better. I do like it better, man. At first I was a little skeptical, but man, it's incredible. You know what it's like to have home cooked sourdough bread every week? It's amazing. And she can take my stitches out when there's time to take the stitches out. She's like a Swiss Army wife. She can do anything. All right, big green coming out the top. And we're going for the 215 pivot. Yeah, 120-year K years life as a people. That's right, man. That's right. Man, look at this green. Big move up. Swiss Army life. I like that. Yeah. Thoughts on Boeing? Looks to be in an area of support. I think Boeing is a good long. Boeing is a good long. Boeing showed large institutional volume come in, and the highest volume it's seen since coronavirus, since 2020. So from a VPA standpoint, that tells me institutions are finally buying. That's 4-year high volume, almost 5-year high volume. So I would say at least a 163 retest, if not a 190 retest on Boeing. I might throw down on some calls there too myself. Have you looked into their financial recently? To my understanding, they have a mountain of toxic debt. I haven't looked into the fundamentals. Hero right now does show aggressive call buying right now. Yeah, 1.4 billion in calls, and they just sold some puts down to 1.7 or 170 million. And now they're rejecting the 210 area. I was managing retail and got diagnosed with some health stuff and had to make life changes. Trading became my plan B when COVID hit. Yeah, buddy. Same thing will happen to my wife during that year. She was not comfortable getting a very quickly made untested via long-term infection. Yep. Yep. I was forced to take the vaccine myself. I thoroughly regret it. If I could go back in time, I would have told the military to go take a hike. I guess I'm done. At the start of the multiple hospital staff, including yourself, starting to love gardening chickens. There you go. Love it. I love it. It's one of my biggest regrets in my life, is allowing them to put that crap in my arm. I feel like I sold out. If they would have given you the test for life with the COVID jab, would you do it? Like T? Oh, man. Yep, I would have done it. I would have sold out completely. Gains, baby. I love it. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Liquidity down to 20.075. I actually quit my job because they were forcing people to get the vaccine. 3 months later, it said no longer requirement. So I came back. Nice. I was going to lose my job if I didn't take it, so I lowered it up. Thankfully, religious exemption for 30 days after submitted. Yeah, very cool. I'm glad you got through that, yeah. What's up, Adam? Improvise, adapt, overcome. When in doubt, go full Leroy Jenkins. That and the Swiss Army knife made my morning. You and me both, man. You know what's crazy? It's Thanksgiving in 3 weeks. That's hard to believe, man. Hard to freaking believe. And it's still t-shirt weather. It's still swim weather. What are you talking about? Does Mrs. O know you call her that? Probably not. But I think she would appreciate it. Still haunts me to this day. Between my wife and I let her maintain her values since I have more financially with the clinics. I got the first dose to keep my job and skip the second. Very cool. Nice. All right. What do we have here? Let's go to the 60-minute chart. I need to go to my volume profile. We have now been in a pennant since Thursday, October 31st. So now this will be the second session after that. So we had the big sell-off on Wednesday into Thursday, and now we've been pretty much been pinned. All of the POCs are 57.60. So we have three major four-hour POCs at about 57.60 plus or minus 2 or 3 points. So that's the main pin area. It looks like that is their equilibrium going into this week's shenanigans. NASDAQ, let it load. Anywhere between 20,090 and 20,140. So that little 40 to 50 point range on NASDAQ is the support resistance flip from Wednesday, October 23rd as well. So keep an eye on these areas. OM live streams for the soul. Name of the new book. Love it. Gains, baby. Chest day. Love it. Very welcome, Alex. I have to hit pause on chest day for 7 days until my fingers good. I can't grip the bar. I can do legs though, baby. $21.71. $19.7 looks like the next major target. Let me go take a look at $19.7. Yep. So yeah, that's the imbalance from back in September, and then after that, the next shelf would be 18.7. So if we break 19.7, let's call it 19, that whole 19.7 area, that's going to probably be a consolidation target for NASDAQ. And if we take that, that's going to be bring 18.7. So it's a stair step down. That's the problem here. We've been such tightly consolidated price action for so long now. We're going on 2 months of just tight price action that once volume hits, it's going to be a quick trip. This is a very important week. Have I listened to the JD Vance episode? Not yet. I listened to the Trump episode, but I haven't listened to JD Vance yet. I've had a pretty busy couple of days. I don't like to listen to that stuff with my kids around. Like, they don't need to get their emotions crazy with politics. So this weekend, they've been around me, so I'll probably listen to it today. Now that they're back at school. What happened to my finger? I was working at the house and I cut my hand on a HVAC duct, a brand new cut metal. That stuff is sharp. Sliced the whole top of my finger off. If you look at my Twitter account, I posted a picture of the bloody mess on the Twitter account. Definitely not a PG episode. Decent amount of swearing. Just going to skip over 20,000. So here's the 4-hour chart. This is what I'm talking about. So you see that we have pretty much been pinned here since Thursday. There's ES. NASDAQ's ranges have been a little bit more volatile. That's because of tech and their earnings reports last week. But that's the area. We are below the trend line, but we're hanging on to October's lows here. 1.4. Would you be down to take a look at ADBE? Yeah, sure. I got some time here. ADBE. Adobe. Man, Adobe's got no love, does it? All right. High volume after the gap down and they gave it up. So I'd say Adobe's got 460 on it. They're on a steady downtrend with no demand in sight. They're in a lower low, lower high area. I could see basing around the 460 retest, 460, 466. Until they have a high volume bottom wick, you can't long it. Not on that kind of a downtrend. That's a very strong downtrend. They're giving back, what, 20% of their stock price? So, yeah. I'd look for 460, 465. I was listening to a trader who made $2 million after losing $900,000 on a short play in the markets during COVID and didn't exit after recovery. Then made $7 million the following year with all that 21 run up. Yep. I think that's one of the reasons why the markets have been so crazy is because, yeah, we talk about the liquidity in the market from the Fed, but the liquidity strictly from the normal American retail perspective, how many millionaires were created both from the stock market and from real estate in the past 4 years? An absolute insane amount. How many people cashed out their 401ks, retirement accounts? How many people took HELOCs? How many people sold their homes? You know, how many people sold their cars for profit? And even to this day now, my truck is going on 7 years old, and I could still sell it for almost as much as I paid for it. I mean, it's crazy. The amount of liquidity being injected into the market and the economy the past 4 years is extraordinary. I have a 2018 Tundra. Bought it brand new off the lot. For $38,000 technically what I paid for an upgrade, but it was $35,000 on the lot. It was the retail MSRP. Brand new SR5 crew cab. Confirm precisely what I was thinking. Thinking to close the gap around the rising support line and some volume. Nice, Eric. Yeah. All right, here's a 2000. I just looked it up. 2018 SR5 with 70,000 miles on it is going for 36,000. Here's one for 85,000 miles on it, going for 39,000. It's crazy. 86,000 miles, 38,000. All about what I paid for it 7 years ago. Crazy. Unrelated question. Anyone have experience with S-bar heaters? This one's annoying me. Negative. ES is top wicking off of the 5760, 5769 area. That's why I think the options are so manipulated now. Too many people are trading and over leveraged. The market just seeks the liquidity. That's exactly what's happening. They're seeking out the liquidity. And with the introduction of zeros, have an incredible amount of liquidity sweeps that it's caused an egregious amount of price action shift. Those zeros are strong, man. Let's go 15-minute. Still back in the range overnight. That's where I should have shorted right there. Heck yeah, homie. Right now we have 1.1 billion in calls being purchased with 13 million in puts. So 1 billion to 13 million. The overarching 0 DTE call wall is 57.50 on SPX. Might short Nvidia since the open pinned at this price. Nice. And it starts. Just got sent this morning. Yeah. Yep. The 20-day plus calls paid this time of the year in 2020. I'm not sure what the VIX was back then, though. Just food for thought. Yeah. Yeah, I think the market will be hard-pressed to go down long-term going into January, February. Are these sudden large down candles we've had many times this year liquidity sweeps? Yes, they are. So far, they have been. $57.62 and dropping. Solid alternative to Apex prop is Bullinox. Copy trade 11 accounts. Once funded, they pay the same day. No photos, no nothing, no anti-DCA rules. Never heard of them. I'll Google them. Does anybody know any foreigners, like any Canadians? Do you know other Canadians that have come down and voted in our elections by any chance? Given the fact that they don't require ID. Trading my funded account now. Nice. Nice, yo, cheerio. So now they're bottom. We can still very slow price action. I've got 1 for 2 today. Bullinox. More details. What do we got? What's their pricing like on these babies? All right, so far. There we go. All right, there's the pricing. $155 a month for the $100,000 account, 12 contracts, profit target of $6,000. So that's a little bit more expensive than Top Step for what you get. It's tighter drawdowns than Top Step for the money. The same exact, the $150,000 account for Top Step is apples to apples for Top Step. Even the same profit share is more than double the cost, though. 83% off. Nice. The discounts make it work. Interesting. I know a guy here who lives in Montreal, is from New York, has already voted. That's a complete failure of our system right there. Even if only one person votes, it's a complete failure. Can you imagine going to Japan and trying to vote in their elections as a foreigner? It's crazy. That's my problem today is I want to buy time. I'm frugal about price. I paper traded 2020 over the weekend here. The contracts added 1K in volume over a week. Nice. All right, guys. So let me steelman you here. What is the benefit over Bullinox over Top Step? What's the pros and cons over Top Step? Because right now it looks pretty similar in terms of rules. Any swing trades? Not yet, but I'm looking for it. Those down bars killed my P&L this year. Worst bars are 85% lower in 5 minutes. We're talking about throughout July and September. Expensive to find pros that are way cheaper with the discounts. Hmm. $57.64. Not additional trade for me. Just the back and forth, very slow. They're waiting for the onslaught this week. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Long of the P. Option 1 behaves just like an Apex account with trailing drawdown. The option 2 on Blind says end of day drawdowns with the DNL stops trailing once you unique profit unit balance. Nice. Longer the price action concession here with a graded effect here? Nope, absolutely. So the longer the consolidation, the tightening, the bigger the move. And that goes for the daily chart. We've now been here or very tight price action now for weeks, months. So when we do finally move and we have volume, we go in quick. Going quick. Oh man, this is boring. This is boring. Y'all be ready for Thursday though. Like I said earlier, we are going to be streaming pretty much the whole day on Thursday. At least the whole afternoon. The morning, we'll see. But the afternoon will be here the entire afternoon. Banana. Banana. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I get the allure of all our companies howling you have so many accounts. I'm all on a top step and happy with them. I have 550Ks that I worked up. Have a substantial buffer on each. I can rock 4 NQs in each comfortably. Nice. I'll use it on trend days when intraday VPA. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, top step to me is I've been unable to find anything that's even close to top step in terms of reliability. You know, trading is hard enough as it is, and it shouldn't have to be where you trust a company, you follow the rules, you get your funded account, you make money, and then they deny you. In my opinion, that's unexcusable. I'm still trying to get TopStep to give me a community code for discounts, but they do not respond to emails anymore. $57.67. They've been around for a while. Yeah, they have. Another bottom wick right here. Oh man. Hero trending up today. Yeah, it's definitely all call buying here on the Hero. Coming up on the top of the hour here too. My funded futures is also extremely reliable. Aren't they having problems right now though? I forget which one. It's like FTT or my MFF or whatever. I thought I saw that my funded futures are having problems. Done for the day. Appreciate the stream. Have a great rest of the morning. Nice, Kyle. You as well, buddy. I'll see you back here tomorrow. I have no idea what the price action is going to be like tomorrow. I guess it depends on what the polls are looking like and what the data is coming out. But here's the deal, though. You know, in all honesty, whatever's going to happen, they already know it. In terms of institutions, so they're already positioned for it. So I'm very curious to see how tomorrow's going to play out. FTT's having problems? Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh, man. Taking out my computer's power play off today so I can't even turn it on tomorrow. That's probably smart. Yeah, buddy. Do yourself a favor. Well, we are coming up on the top of the hour here. I've taken 2 trades today. I don't know where we're going to go here, but that may be it for the day, though. That may be it. We got a big week ahead of us. Nothing's changed. It's been a pretty boring stream for the past couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to a little influx of volatility. Otherwise, man, gonna have to start taking some other positions. Y'all ready for Christmas? Our kids have a Thanksgiving song we listen to. They started listening to it today. They listened to it on repeat this morning while they were getting ready for school. It's called Gobble Gobble. Pretty good song. They actually like it better than the Christmas music. This one from last year? Yeah, they listened to it last year too. I'm ready for Thanksgiving, not Christmas yet. I'm ready for the Christmas season. I don't like the Christmas consumer holiday. You know. This spring, I started a list on my phone of things my family has said they want, need. I'm almost done with Christmas shopping already. Nice, JJ. That's the way to do it right there. Our kids are of the age that they don't really want for anything in terms of they're not big toy kids. They're activity kids. Like, you know, it's new softball stuff, baseball stuff, skiing stuff. So that they're all about activity. So it's nice. It's nice not having to buy those typical kid toys that are just going to go in the trash in a year anyway. It makes for easy Christmas shopping. I love Christmas decorating, watch movies. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the fun stuff. Get them cars. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my kid a car next year. Well, not a lot of movement. We need our daily pattern. Morning sell-off, buy-up, afternoon sell-off again. There you go. Ford Ranger. Hey, my first car was a Ford Ranger. A 1986 Ford Ranger. I'm all about it. All right, Invest in Muscle. Have a good day, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow. DC is beginning to board up businesses ahead of the election. Fantastic. Oh man, had to put bricks in the back too to keep the traction during the winter months. Yeah, you had a red one too. Yeah, nice. I mean, you both had a red F-150 or a Ford Ranger as your first truck. It's awesome. Mine wasn't. Why wasn't a 2x4 though? It was a little 4-cylinder. I had to gun it to get up a hill. All right, there's the top of the hour. No movement. Any thoughts, questions before we head into the week? Because we're going to wrap it up here in a few minutes. How long can Nvidia carry the markets? Longer than I thought. That's for sure. It'll come down eventually. It's just who knows, man. It'll come down eventually. Seems like we'll need some spicy news to get direction. Yeah. That's coming this week, though. That's why the market's pinned, and that's why it's been pinned for weeks now, because they're getting ready for this week. Everything pins on the next 3 days. Everything. This is why the market's been pinned for so long, is the next 3 days. Looks like a possible slow grind day. Yeah. Are you going to use the same strategy tomorrow? Or you not really trade? Yeah, it's the same thing. My expectations really hinder on the day after the election on Wednesday. I don't really know what to expect tomorrow. A lot of the economy is closed for election day. Some isn't, some is. So I don't really know how it's going to do it. I would say a lot of fake outs back and forth. Not to mention we don't know how the election is going to go. Are we gonna know the results tomorrow, or is it gonna be 12 weeks? Is it gonna be 2 days? I don't know. Who's gonna win? I don't know. So it's really all about, in terms of gauging volatility, it's all about understanding that volatility is the measurement of the market positioning for when an unknown event becomes known. So that's really what it all boils down to, is that do we have an unknown event transitioning into a known event tomorrow, or does the unknown continue? That's really the question you'd ask yourself, not necessarily who wins. It's, will we have a known finish tomorrow, or is it going to remain unknown for 12 days? Once you have the answer to that question, you keep looking at the VIX, and you understand what they intend to do. If they wake up on Wednesday and they're just killing the VIX, just absolute murdering the VIX down, down, down like that squirrel, then the market's going to tailwind 6,000. So that is the question. You're exactly right, JJ. Absolutely nothing is good about this country, no matter who wins. Peanut. We have massive financial research firms and the best computers for prediction models. No one knows who will win. Doesn't make sense. Someone has to have a good idea. Yeah, but what is that? I mean, I don't want to. Why do you think that is, though? Because it's no longer about who's polling. It's about the machine and who they select. Nobody has confidence in the elections anymore. I think regardless of who you vote for, I think you can agree on that nobody has confidence in the election process anymore. So those financial firms with their prediction models can't predict who the outcome is because we don't know what's going to happen, which is unfortunate. And I'll leave my comments at that. But I mean, it's like that's the truth. So that's why I'm saying, strictly from a trading perspective, just watch if we have an outcome. If they, I mean, regardless of who wins, if they come out and say this is the winner on Wednesday, then most likely we'll have a VIX crush event, and the markets will climb. But then again, we're going to be learning together, man. This is going to be a learning event, very interesting learning event the next 2 days about this stuff. That's right, Uber Toyota, 100%. That's right. Yeah. Diminishing volume in an area of congestion off the mopping up area operation. Yeah. So what the mopping up was this morning. The market opened and we dumped over 20 points and then reject and then bounced back up and we've been pinned. So ES is now pinned where we were at 8 o'clock last night. It's just been sideways the entire night with the exception of the open pump and dump. So they mopped it up and now we're pinned. We're not moving, and it's because they've found equilibrium going to the event. They found where they want to position into the event. So until then, we're not going to move very much far from here until that. All the bootlicking on both sides is revolting. It is, yeah. Yeah. Any final questions? Let me know. We're going to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. Boring stuff. Whole martial law being enacted this week. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I have a problem. The kid figured out how to reach the modem and base router. The Achilles heel to my whole setup. There you go. And fix the drywall. Do you have to fix the drywall because you punched it after he turned off the router, or because he pulled it out of the drywall? We had tornado signs this morning at 6:20. That's not good. I've been along for a few minutes now. I think I got too early. Price action slow. Hmm. $57.67. Everything's dead today. Yeah. Nvidia frames are strong. He pulled out part of it. I only had it one stud because it was about 7.5 feet up. Nice. I have to build. Actually, that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm building my networking closet where all my audio cables, Cat 6 cables are going. VIX keeps on dropping, 21.75. You're right. Small reduction on the VIX. The new flex on Twitter is posting screenshots of a funded prop firm account. No more P&Ls. So Nasdaq's technically in an uptrend today. Let's see. For the current session, yes. For the overnight session, we're attacking overnight highs right now. 247. What networking hardware did I decide to go with? I haven't purchased anything yet, but I've got a write-up from someone who helped me out. I'm going with that stuff. It's a networking that is internal. None of that Arlo or Google Home crap. I'm not a Wi-Fi guy. I'm a hardwire guy. I want everything hardwired. I am going to have a Wi-Fi point in the home, but I want hardwired. Yep. That's what I'm going with. That's what I have. Super happy with it. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Yeah. I'm trying to run PVC conduit throughout the attic, so I don't have to run. I only have to run one cable instead of multiple drops. I could just pull the cable out if it goes bad and rerun it. I think I should be able to do it though, because I have a lot of extra 3/4 inch conduit left over. We have a room, and that was a server room. But if you're a Comcast business, and they mess with the wiring. Terrible. Conduit availability has multiple drops for rerun when you need. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I built the closet on the second floor and centrally located in the house, so I could pretty much spider out to any room easily. All right, 10 more minutes, and we're out skis. A little bit of top wick, but slow. No more trades for me. If I had the money, I'd get a bunch of places in my home and rerun wire conduits. Redo ductwork. They want several thousand to fix something they did. It's terrible. How does that happen? A little bit of red, 187. What else do we have? Let's go take a look. Hero still probably call buying at the moment. We do have a little bit of put buying and call selling going on here at the top. So they are starting to sell some calls from this morning. Does a hero distinguish between institutional retail? No. Just total participation. All right, I'm done. This is boring. I'm not doing anything anyway. Any questions? Hopefully not, because we don't have anything going on. If not, I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning. This is garbage. Garbage. Yeah, so we'll be bright and early tomorrow morning. Thursday we'll be streaming most of the day, but I am done trading for today. This is terrible. So hope you have a good rest of the day. I will see you on the morning. Have a fantastic day. Don't get chopped up, man. Don't get wrapped up in this back and forth when we have an onslaught of volatility this week. So until then, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. See you.